derailed, it's being shifted around, you know. It's pretty much every time we moved, I was looking for another job. There was no career, it was just a job. And every time we moved overseas, I was looking for a job on base. Now, in 2001, it was right after 9/11, and I was living in Vermont, living large, had the best job in the world. But my husband's job took us to Germany, and I began looking for another job, looking for another foot in the door, and this time in an army base in Germany. Well, eventually I got a job, and I'm fixing computers and running a help desk and running servers. And if any of you know me, you know I'm not really a geek. I hate computers, okay? But I needed a job. I couldn't sit around and wait for the school bus all day, so I took the job. And then in 2003, war broke out, and my unit got deployed. And suddenly I found myself in Iraq. I came home from that Iraq. You know what? Those 6 months in Iraq were the most awful experience. Awful. Just miserable. Degrading, disgusting, heartbreaking, frightening, miserable, you name it. Those 6 months were the epitome of horrific. But in many ways, that was the best experience of my life. And I came home from that lesson, from that experience, having learned 2 really important lessons about myself. You know, when you go off to the big war, you're liable to learn some stuff about yourself, and I did. And one of the things I learned is that life is short, and I'm too damned old to be doing something I hate for a living. You know what I know now is that everyone in this room was born too old for that. But it took me that trip to hell to figure it out for myself. The second most important lesson I learned about myself in Iraq was that I am 100% in love with the United States military. Absolutely. And to those of you in the room who have served, I can only say thank you for your service. It was my honor and my privilege to work alongside people for whom duty, honor, and country are not just words. I was sustained by their support and their strength through those 6 months of horror, and they were sustained by their commitments to duty, honor, and country.